You ever went to sleep at night or first thing when you woke up in the morning, you seen TikToks playing in your head while you were half asleep? You start watching anime and Naruto characters fighting and shit like that in your dreams? Man, what's the word, YouTube? It's your boy Lee here, and today I'm coming at you with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about why you're having a hard time achieving your goals and doing everything that you set for yourself. During the beginning of this year, in 2025, we all had a list of goals, ideas, and expectations that we set for ourselves. It is now June 1st, and a lot of y'all don't have any of those to be seen. You say you was gonna get in the gym, you ain't pick up no dumbbells. You say you was gonna get some motion and start content creation, but you ain't even making no account yet. You say you was gonna get your driver's license and go get you a car. Where that shit at, bro? You ain't even get up on your permit. And it's not your fault. There's an explainable reason as to why not just you, but almost everybody sets these goals and puts all these expectations for themselves and they never achieve them and end up just wasting time. You know how you go on your computer or you go on your phone and then after a while it's just you using it for so fucking long, you just get a bunch of shit just built up in your hard drive, built up in your storage. Now your computer or your phone is moving all slow and now it's choppy and it's not as fast as efficient as it was. So now you have to go through in your settings and delete everything and give a refresh to your system. Your brain works the same exact way. You got to remember the computer was designed after the human brain. When you wake up every day, you start grinding for hours on Fortnite, you start grinding for hours on 2K, you start scrolling for hours on TikTok, or you watch a fuck ton of anime. These are all things that your brain learns to adapt to and dwells on that lingers within your subconscious. You ever went to sleep at night or first thing when you woke up in the morning, you seen TikToks playing in your head while you were half asleep? You start watching anime and Naruto characters fighting and shit like that in your dreams? Because all this shit that you watch and data is literally stored up into your brain and is sitting there. And when you have all of your storage filled with all of this pointless garbage that's not from God, that's completely irrelevant, that is not helping you with your goals or aiding you with your motion or self-advancement at all, that blocks and prevents and leaves no room to be able to download information or be able to have space to have clarity, focus, and the right knowledge that you need to be able to do your goals and to be able to knock everything that you set for yourself down. You'll scroll on TikTok for 3 hours while you laying down in your bed, say, okay, it's time to get off TikTok. Now 10 minutes later, you're back on TikTok, lying down on your bed, doing the same shit that you just said that you was tired of doing. And it's not because you're trying to do that purposely. It's because your brain doesn't have enough storage to be able to focus clearly on the tasks and the responsibilities that it needs to be focusing on and doing. And then you might say, all right, you're right, Kaylee. I do spend a lot of time on TikTok and on YouTube, and I do scroll for hours laying in bed. And then I find myself in almost a trance-like state where I can't get my eyes off the TikTok. And once I get off the app, 10 seconds later, I'm right back on it. You are right. I do find myself doing that, but how the hell do I fix that shit? You gotta delete the storage. You gotta delete your storage and you gotta protect the computer. And to do this, you have to now get into the habit of meditation. It wasn't until I discovered spirituality and the art of meditation and how powerful this shit was, and also started applying it into my everyday life, that I was able to get on my shit, get the ball rolling, start a business at 18. What meditation is gonna do for you is gonna cut out all connection to outside sources. So your phone, your family, your friends, distractions, everything that's not you and God, you get removed from and disconnected to, and now you get put in a place where you get to focus on yourself, the soul, and your connection with the Lord. And to be able to meditate, all you gotta do is sit up straight somewhere quiet, close your eyes, focus on your breath, pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that are going through your mind. And while you're doing this, you're basically gonna be sitting in pitch darkness looking at nothing at your thoughts. And you could basically think of this as you going into the settings of your iPhone and seeing what is taking up the most space on your storage or taking up the most space on your brain that is stopping you from being able to have a brain that's operating with clarity, focus, that also has enough room and space to be able to receive divine intelligence and a wisdom to receive from the Lord. And while you're doing this, you're gonna see all the thoughts and ideas and all the shit that's stuck in your subconscious that's flooding your brain. And you sitting with yourself in these ideas, this allows your brain to clear all these thoughts and ideas and these distractions that take up space within your subconscious and make room for the thoughts and ideas that are implanted within your heart that act as your compass within this life, that is telling you what you're really supposed to do, that's really going to get you on your shit, and the wisdom from the God to be able to enact on your purpose, just like how I was talking about in my first video. And then you're going to notice once you meditate for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're going to feel extremely refreshed. Your brain is super clear, more appreciative just to be alive and where you currently are in life. That's because you tapped into your brain, your thoughts, into your subconscious, and you cleared all the bullshit thoughts and ideas that was stopping you from getting the right information that you need from God to be able to do what you're supposed to be doing on this earth. And in this state of clarity, you're not going to have the addiction to open your phone up and then go on TikTok and Instagram every 10 seconds. You're not going to have the addiction to sit on the game for 8 hours. You're not going to have the addiction to binge watch a bunch of shit, because you're going to be operating at a higher frequency and be closer to your higher self. And it's going to allow you to execute all your goals, plans, and ideas that you set for yourself during the beginning of this year. And it's going to take you out of the trance of being sluggish and lazy and constantly just being in bed all day, scrolling from TikTok and going from app to app to app and not finding any willpower to be able to do what it is that you want, be productive, and have some real motion and become the best version of yourself. Thank you for taking the time to listen and watch this video, and also to better yourself and hop on your shit and boss up. If you gained any wisdom, knowledge, or value from this video, hit the like button, comment what you thought was most interesting or what you would like to see in the future. And if you want to join the elite and become a part of the 1%, hit the subscribe button. Stay on your shit, stay aware. This K Elite, and I'm out.